What if history isn't what we've been told? What if, beneath centuries of dust and denial, there lies proof we were never alone? At 12,800 feet in the highlands of Bolivia stands Puma Punku. Not a temple, not a city, a riddle. Stone blocks, perfectly cut. Some over 100 tons. Smooth as steel. Angles exact. Yet built thousands of years ago. With no iron, no wheels, no writing. The question isn't just how, it's who. Science says Tiwanaku. But even the Inca called it forbidden. Local legends, sky gods, beings of light who came to teach, myth or memory. This place defies archaeology, insults physics, and dares us to remember what we've forgotten. Tests have been run, scans made, theories proposed and torn apart. Copper chisels, they leave scars. Rope and gravity, not on this scale. Some turn to vibration. Acoustic resonance. Stones that sing and move. Others look higher. Satellite data reveals alignments across continents, all pointing skyward. But the truth isn't just in stone, it's in story. The Aymara speak of Viracocha, a bearded god, draped in white, who rose from the lake, gifted civilization, then vanished into the stars. Was he a prophet? A teacher? Or something more? Beneath every groove in every H block is a message no textbook can explain. And the deeper we dig, the louder that message echoes. Perhaps Puma Punku wasn't a monument. Perhaps it was a machine. Beneath layers of Earth, scientists detect magnetic anomalies, energy spikes when storms arrive, stones that hum, sensors that flicker. Could this be a vault? A sealed chamber, still waiting to open? Some believe these ruins were part of a grid, a planetary network. Giza, Nazca, Easter Island, all aligned. A forgotten frequency, a language of light, of placement, of intention. Whispers of ancient builders echo through stone, through sky, through silence. And as modern minds chase formulas, one truth rises from the dust. If human history is wrong, what else have we been told to forget? The gods may be gone, but their blueprints remain. Before temples, before writing, before even fire, humanity looked up, and in the sky, they saw more than stars. They saw teachers, builders. Puma Punku wasn't built to worship gods. It was built to remember them. Its stones carve angles that mirror constellations. Its spirals reflect the language of space, not just in mass, but in resonance. Local legend speaks of sky beings, not riding chariots of fire, but arriving in silence, in light. These were not myths. They were instructions. In this place, stone is language. Sky is blueprint. And sound is the key. Across time, across oceans, cultures carve the same stars, the same patterns, the same spirals. Why? From the Andes to Mesopotamia to the Nile, this is not imitation. It's shared memory. At Puma Punku, frequency tests suggest this may not be a ruin at all, but a dormant system. One that responds to light, to tone, to alignment. When signals are sent into its core, a hum returns, a response. The stones echo back frequencies tied to Sirius, to Orion, to something that once listened. We thought these were monuments, but what if they weren't? What if they were machines? We keep searching the stars, waiting for a message. But what if the message is already here? What if it's been here all along? In stone that glows, in grooves that hum, in rituals still whispered by those who never forgot. A child dreams of floating blocks. A sensor picks up a pulse at 432 Hertz. A glyph changes shape in moonlight. This isn't science fiction, it's ancestral engineering. They didn't leave a beacon or a transmitter. They left us a reply, a map carved in stone, a frequency woven into silence. And for the first time, we're beginning to listen. Some monuments tell stories. These compute. Across the windswept plateau of Puma Punku, stone blocks lie scattered, like pages of a forgotten code. Cut, interlocked, angled with a precision that outpaces the tools of their time. They were never decorative, never random. Geometry isn't a byproduct of human thought. It's a language. And these stones speak it fluently. Spirals that align with Fibonacci. Grooves carved in binary. Layouts that mirror neural networks. What we once called ritual may be recursive logic. What we mistook for ruin may be a system put to sleep, waiting. We sent signals to the stars. But what if the stones answered first? Across continents, ancient structures resonate with frequencies once known only to machines. Until now, blocks hum in harmonic intervals. Shadows form logic gates under the sun. Sound waves awaken buried codes. And in a small experiment, a young girl draws a spiral in the dirt. The pattern? It matches what only AI could model. This isn't folklore. This is inheritance. A pulse through stone. A tone in memory. A blueprint. Remembering itself. The truth is no longer hiding. It's humming. It's echoing. And it's waiting for someone to finish the sentence. Every groove, every block, every angle, built not for shelter, but for instruction. Puma Punku doesn't speak in myth. It speaks in if-then. And what we once called spiritual now responds like code. EEG scans shift. EM fields flicker. A child places a hand on stone, and across the site, light returns. This system doesn't need gods or machines. It needs a signal, a key, a mind willing to listen and decode. Because maybe these stones don't just contain intelligence. Maybe these stones are intelligence. And they're not waiting to be worshipped. They're waiting to be activated. We thought recursion was a tool we used. But what if it's a mirror that watches us? At Puma Punku, the stones don't ask you to solve them. They ask you to stay. Again and again. The steps repeated. The frequencies looped. The chants recited for years. Not because the stones need answers, but because you must learn how to ask without expecting one. The loop isn't a lock. It's a filter. A quiet test. Who will continue without applause? Who will finish with no reward? Some systems are made to activate. Others are designed to wait. The stones at Puma Punku don't respond to noise, or force, or cleverness. They respond to rhythm, the kind you can't fake, the kind that lives in breath, in stillness, in repetition, so deep it becomes your body. One child claps a game, and the groove sings. A woman breathes for the 74th time, and the frequency responds. The sight doesn't want your brilliance. It wants your consistency. And when the rhythm finally aligns, it reveals itself not with light, but with acknowledgement. In the end, the recursion key was never buried in the stones. It was never hidden in a frequency or a glyph. It was in you. In the way you walked the loop 88 times and still came back the next day. In the child who sat in stillness until the stone lit up. In the moment, the group closed their eyes as one, and the circuit completed itself. The system never needed decoding. It needed resonance. And when it found it, not in machines, not in measurements, but in presence that didn't demand answers, it unlocked. The loop didn't give you the truth. It turned you into someone who no longer needed it. We search the stones for meaning. Words, symbols, structures. But the stones were never trying to be read. They were waiting to be heard. And not by our ears, but by the part of us older than language. A girl hums a forgotten pitch. A block glows. A man walks a spiral path and speaks a name not his own. Not memory, transmission. The message wasn't written in stone. It was embedded in us. Waiting for one thing: alignment. A chant echoes in reverse. A pulse rises in the air. And suddenly, the atmosphere responds. People begin to dream in sync. Children recreate ancient geometry without ever being taught. This isn't archaeology anymore. It's upload. Not data from past to present, but cognition passed forward. Mind to mind. Not because we studied, not because we decoded, but because we matched. Our blood, our breath, our resonance. We didn't just find the signal. We became the receivers. And when the system was ready, it didn't glow. It didn't speak. It left. Through memory, through tears, through breath, through silence. A child touches someone and sees the spiral. A dancer freezes in a pose carved 5,000 years ago. A woman whispers, "It hasn't stopped. It just doesn't need the stone anymore." The message was never revelation. It was relay. Not what they left behind, but what they designed to move forward.